What's up, everybody? It's HBT, man, with the Straight Up Wrestling Show. I'm here live, guys. I'm going to talk about a show that I went to last Saturday, guys, Monster Mayhem. It was the first show for Explosive Pro Wrestling, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get into that in just a little while. Just give me a few minutes here. I want to get a few things straightened out that I'm working on right now, but I definitely will be talking about that. So, guys, hey, stay tuned. That's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about indie wrestlers out in Boiling Springs, South Carolina, up in Boiling Springs, South Carolina, guys. They put on a great show. And, hey, man, congratulations to those guys out there, man. They definitely put on a great show. And, hey, HBT, the Straight Up Wrestling Show, was in the house, guys. And we're going to get into this in just a moment here. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let me get everything straightened out, what I'm trying to do here. And we're going to be talking about this, guys. Just a few minutes here. We'll be talking about this. Wow. Yeah, I just want to make sure everything is, I want to make sure everything gets straightened out. Having a few technical difficulties here with my phone, guys. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, let me try to get all this stuff straightened out. And then I'm going to go ahead and get into the matches and talk about everything that I saw up at 122 Builders Court, Boiling Springs, South Carolina, guys. Going to get into that at Explosive Pro Wrestling. We know what the name used to be. It was APW, American Pro Wrestling at first, and then it went down to Asylum Pro Wrestling, guys. So, so we are transitioning. They are transitioning from that, and we're going to go ahead and get into this thing, guys. Like I said, just give me a few minutes, and everything is going to be on, and it's going to be popping. I'm going to go ahead and talk about all that. All right. So, hey. Man, Explosive Pro Wrestling. Let me go ahead and get into the card, guys. And as I went up there, as I got there, hey, got in, sat down, talked to a few people, and then went out, and in the arena we had Ronda, and we had Michelle. They got into the ring, and of course, started out with the national anthem and prayer. So we had acknowledgement of Ronda's birthday. So it's Ronda, I think her last name Clifford. I'm not exactly sure what it is right now, but Ronda's birthday, I think it is. Ronda's birthday. So Ronda, Michelle, she asked the crowd to acknowledge Ronda's birthday. Hey, a few people pretty much gave her a birthday shout out. I don't know if they really was singing happy birthday. I think a few people started out singing that or whatever, but definitely we went ahead and we celebrated Ronda's birthday. And we went ahead and Ronda went ahead and shouted out Brian Bullock. It was Brian Bullock's birthday too. One of the wrestlers up there. It was his birthday this past Saturday. We all know who he is, so it was definitely his birthday. And I went ahead and said, hey, it's Dirty's birthday too. And Dirty, he's a legend out there, up there in Boiling Springs, South Carolina. So we went ahead and shouted out Dirty's birthday too. And so it was Dirty's birthday. It was Brian Bullock's birthday, and it was Ronda's birthday that day, too. And if anybody else who was there, if it was their birthday, then happy birthday to you guys, too. So happy belated birthday to everyone who was out in Boiling Springs, man, or who just recently had a birthday that liked to go out to, used to be American Pro Wrestling, APW. I'll go ahead and say it was Asylum Pro Wrestling there for like a year or whatever. APW Pro Wrestling is EPW Pro Wrestling now. Explosive Pro Wrestling. For everybody who was out there, man, definitely happy birthday to you. But it was Ronda's birthday, it was Brian Bullock's birthday, and it was Dirty's birthday. All right. Lucas says, hi, how you doing, Lucas? Send link, or if it's a no, if you you will not like being not. Lucas, right now I'm about to do an independent wrestling show, and I'm talking about the independent wrestling show in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So it's a little different. So no, I can't send you the link right now. So no. Hi, Harry. That WWE Carl's Jr. and Hardy's. Yeah, big time Carl Jr.'s and Hardy's fan. My little friend, man, young friend, Lucas on here right now. But Lucas says no. But Lucas, we will get you on the next podcast. But right now, man, I just want to talk about what went down up in Boiling Springs, South Carolina at the show that I was at last week, man. So first we had Mayhem McQueen who came out, and Mayhem McQueen confirmed his injury and let everyone know he had a replacement for his match. So Mayhem McQueen come out, he started talking, and basically they was let's see who in the world they was about to face. So it's Mayhem McQueen. I think he was supposed to team up with Cole Black versus Jay Stunner and Kid Chaos. And Mayhem McQueen got out there and he started talking, and he was pretty much basically apologizing to the fans. And, Mayhem McQueen is the Carolina's champion. So he pretty much started apologizing to the fans right off. And he said, he couldn't wrestle, but he told everyone he had a great replacement. He had an outstanding replacement, and he was saying, wait till you see my replacement. And the guy who replaced him, Scotty Brooks, who came out, Scotty Brooks came out. And last time I had seen Scotty was up, at Uprise Pro Wrestling. Me and Chris, of course, we used to go out there and we used to do shows for them. Used to do some podcasting out there and doing some, me, Christopher Burton, and my man Danny Paris. We used to go out over there and we used to do podcasting, and we would go and do some commentary and things like that. So we knew Scotty from there, from Uprise Pro Wrestling. Only seen him a couple times before, but he's an explosive wrestler. And so big ups to Mayhem McQueen for securing and EPW Pro Wrestling for securing Scotty Brooks to be his replacement. So we had Scotty Brooks and Cole Black. They took on Jay Stunner and Kid Cash. And guys, this match lasted for a good while. I say anywhere from like 20, I think it's 24 minutes, 26 minutes. It lasted a good while, man. It was a very, very good tag team match. Maybe it could have ended a little bit earlier than that, but I liked it because you got to see, you got to evaluate. I was able to evaluate every single competitor that was in this ring, man, and everybody did a very good job. And this is the first time I've seen Cole Black. Now, I know about Jay Stunner, Scotty Brooks, and I know about Kid Chaos. I mean, not Kid Cash, Kid Chaos. Sorry about that, guys, but Kid Chaos, who teamed up with Jay Stunner. And like I said, it was supposed to be Marquis McQueen, Mayhem McQueen, and Cole Black, but it ended up being Scotty Brooks and Cole Black versus Jay Stunner and Kid Chaos. And this match right here, it started off pretty strong. They kept Cole Black in that match a good while, man. They pretty much was isolating him, and overworking him. And you talk about somebody who's a veteran, someone who knows his way around the ring, someone who has great ring generalship. That is Jay Stunner, guys. And Jay Stunner, in there, definitely laying some great shots, man. Forearm, elbow shots, fist to the midsection of Cole Black, guys. They was wearing Cole Black down. Kid Cash come in doing a lot of the same things, but Cole Black was holding his own, man. He really was. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen Cole Black. I know he hasn't been in the business long. Yes, Cole Black was in there holding his own. And Cole Black, hey, he started delivering his own shots, guys. Started delivering his own shots, hitting those guys with some nice arm drags, man. I definitely appreciated those arm drags that he was catching those guys in. Pretty much, I'm not going to say complete arm drags because he pretty much was stood straight up and he's taking them. He's tossing these guys over. And, hey, he hit them with them arm drags, tossing them into the ropes, and he would go and hit them with some decent clotheslines, too. So he hit him with some nice clotheslines. So he was in there holding his own, man. But when he went over, and he ended up, let me make sure I got this thing right. Okay. So he ended up going over and he got his, when he finally got his tag, like I said, it took a while before he got his tag. Because even though he was putting his offense in, man, the ring generalship, like I said, the ring generalship and the ring management of Kid Cash and Jay Stunner, those guys was able to block off the ring, cut the ring off, and that's something that's very important and something that I came up in, and that's boxing or whatever, to know how to cut that ring off. And those guys cut it off. And I mean, of course, it's a big thing in wrestling too, but they cut that ring off so that he could not get over and make that tag, man. And they did a great job. But when he finally got over and made that tag, like I say, he ended up, with a couple nice arm drags, hitting those guys with those elbow smashes and things like that. Got a few kicks into midsection of Jay Stunner and, Kid Cash, and he was able to go over and finally get that tag. And when he made that tag, man, Scotty Brooks came in, and I don't know how many people up there who know who Scotty Brooks is as far as the crowd go. And as far as the crowd, it was 130 people there. So a great crowd, a pretty good crowd, because the week before they had 72 people. So they had a pretty good crowd. It was 130 people. But as Scott Brooks came in, man, Scotty Brooks came in explosive, and it was a power game, guys. Came in straight punch, boom, kick, boom, knocking guys down, man. So he's taking out his competitors. He ended up throwing, a couple, grabbing these guys, having some hip tosses himself, which that's what I should call, as far as arm drags, not arm drags. It was basically hip tosses, arm drag to a certain point. When I'm talking about Cold Black, what he was doing. But yeah, he came in and did a couple nice hip tosses, and he body press, full body press on Jay Stunner, and then he did it with Kid Cash too. But he came in, man. He came in explosive, and he was taking care of business. Pure powerhouse, man. Pure power wrestling. He's like 240 and he's muscled up. So hey, he definitely takes care of himself in the gym. But Scotty Brooks came in and was taking care of business, and when he tagged out to his partner, who's less experienced, but his partner came in there and it energized him, and he came in firing, fired up and pretty much firing off his shots too, once again. And like I said, his main pedigree was the hip tosses, the arm drags, and the forearm shots, and he was hitting those guys with clotheslines. So man, big ups to him. But man, Scotty Brooks ended up, he ended up, like I said, he just was pretty much dominant. But Jay Stunner, I got to give it to him. Jay Stunner, with his experience, was able to get back in that match, was able to pretty much turn that tide. And, Kid Cash was incredible. Kid Cash was able to end up getting in there, and they both was working over Scotty Brooks. He ended up getting his tag, and he got his man back in, Cold Black, who came in, like I said, fired up for a little while, but they ended up cutting the ring off again. That ring generalship, man, ring management of that team, man, of Kid Cash and Jay Stunner. You can tell that it wasn't the first time these guys done worked together, and they worked together really well. And big ups to Scotty Brooks and Cold Black. I'm pretty sure that's the first time they worked together, but they did pretty well too. But those guys were able to cut that ring off again, and Kid Cash ended up getting in the ring by himself, man. He was in the ring by himself with this Cold Black, and Kid Cash ended up putting him over into the corner, and Kid Cash started delivering some chops, man, that really impressed me, guys. I was very impressed with the chops of Kid Cash. Man, I mean, he was lighting this brother up, man. He was lighting Cold Black up. I mean, you just hear it, just hearing it popping off, and I was just like, wow, I could not believe it, man. Straight up. All right, Markeem McQueen is in the house, man. Mayhem McQueen is in the house. He says, I'm coming back real soon, man. That is great to hear, Markeem McQueen. All right, let's see. What did Lucas say over on YouTube? Have you watched the movie Cars? Yes, I have. Been a while, though, Lucas. All right, but yeah, Markeem McQueen says he's coming back soon. But hey, if you are on Facebook, go ahead and hit that like, share, join. Go ahead and share this. Definitely, hey, I didn't put this out earlier and let people know that I was going to be on talking about this, but definitely go ahead and share this. Let people know that Straight Up Wrestling Show is on. Christopher Burton should be on here soon, and we're going to talk about the show that's coming up this Saturday, guys. So definitely we're going to be talking about that show that's coming up this Saturday, and I'm going to go down the card about this show that's coming up Saturday, guys. Shad Van Dam is in the house, says you missed comments. Shad, I went back and got the comments, man. If you said something earlier, let me know, because like I say, I'm just pretty much going down the line right now. But no, I had got everything what my friend Lucas said something about Kachow. Okay, he's talking about the movie Cars, and I just got Mayhem McQueen. All right, Shad, but I got everybody just now. So, but yeah, this is something that I'm trying to get through. And like I said, Christopher Burton should be on here soon. Hopefully he'll be on here soon. All right, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get through that. But that's the first match, and like I say, Scott Brooks came in, and man, Scott Brooks started putting some punishment on. This is out the Kid Chaos, hitting those nice chops, man, those nice slaps, just slapping the living daylights out of the chest of Cold Black. So big ups to Cold Black for being able to take that, man, because I'm telling you, his chest was getting butchered, guys, straight up. But Kid Cash, Cold Black was able to take that from Kid Chaos, not Kid Cash. I'll keep calling him that because that's the most famous name, and I don't mean to do that. But Kid Chaos, man, he was laying him in straight up. But then, Kid Chaos, he ended up getting Jay Stunner in. Jay Stunner came in, doing some work. And he was doing some work on Scotty Brooks, too, after Scotty Brooks got tagged in. But Scotty Brooks took back over, like I say, a pure power game. And Scotty Brooks was able to lift. Not Jay Stunner. Jay Stunner, he was able to, beat Jay Stunner to Jay Stunner, pretty much tagged this man out. And Kid Cash came in. Still, Scotty Brooks, was able to dominate him, was able to take over, using that power game, man, able to take over and Kid Cash, and he, lifted body press Kid Cash and hit this guy with, hit him with, going to, took him to sleep, guys. So going to sleep, boom, knocked him out, boom, sleep, pinned him, 1, 2, 3. The match is over. So congratulations. We had a winner, Scott Brooks, man, Scotty Brooks. And Cold Black defeated Kid Cash and Jay Stunner. And I tell you what, guys, this is not the last time you're going to see. Not the last time. I don't know about the tag team of Scotty Brooks, and Cold Black, but I know it's not the last time you're going to see Kid Cash and Jay Stunner. These guys are incredible, guys. I enjoyed that match 100%, and I look forward to seeing these two guys, rather it's over not APW, but EPW, Explosive Pro Wrestling, or CMW, CMW Pro Wrestling, or wherever else these guys gonna end up performing. Man, I look forward to seeing these guys perform, man. Great tag team match. I gave that match 3.5 stars, guys, and pretty much I have to say it might have been the best match of the night, guys. It was incredible. And man, so like I say, big ups to EPW Pro Wrestling for the first night of them, pretty much, their first appearance. I mean, as far as appearance as EPW Wrestling, they debut as EPW Wrestling. That was a good match, man, to pretty much start it off. Mr. Christopher Burton, what's going on, Mr. Christopher Burton? Right, let's see what we got here. What's the next? All right, Shaw says the ref of that show had shot me a message. Okay, for real? Okay,
that's what's up, man.
Right. Oh, you ain't talking about Ref Brandon, are you? Now I'm not talking about SWA. I'm talking about EPW in Bowling Springs. Shot. So I mean, if it's Ref Brandon, that's something different. Georgia. I'm not talking about SWA, right? Yeah, because I know Ref Brandon to shoot you a message, because Ref Brandon wants me to take you down there Saturday. He wants us to come back down Saturday. He wants me to come down, but I don't even know if I'm gonna be making that show this Saturday. But I'll let you know. All right, next up in Bowling Springs, South Carolina, man, at the Monster Mayhem show. Next match, man, we had Rugged, and I call him Rugged. Rugged Ryan Mantis versus the Blue Chipper, All-American Kid, the Blue Chipper. Hey, that's something I'm throwing in. Rugged Ryan Mantis versus the Blue Chipper, All-American Kid, Chase Emery, guys. This match right here shocked the living daylights out of me, Chris, because these guys went back and forth, at first, because Ryan right now, he's a baby face. Ryan is basically, hey, he's on the good side, man. He ain't on that evil side where, a lot of people would expect him to be on. But Ryan Mantis is in there, man. Ryan Mantis, he has right now, he's on a mission. He's on a mission to take down somebody that a lot of people up there, they look at as evil. Hey, it doesn't matter the way I feel about him or whatever, but hey, he wants to slow down Brother Silas. He wants to stop that. So, but Ryan Mantis ended up taking on Chase Emery, man. Like I said, the Blue Chipper, the All-American Kid, in my eyes, man. And I'm pretty sure wise too, Chris. But this match is pretty good. And what shocked me about it is these guys was going at each other back and forth, man. They went at each other back and forth with a style, with a more technical style, man. It was a complex match. It was a technical style match, scientific match. I was shocked. Not from Chase doing that, but for Ryan doing, because like I said, mostly I know about Ryan teaming up with Lazarus Black. I know about him before that too, but most of his fame within the last 2 to 3 years was from the Black Society tag team that he had formed with Lazarus Black. So I was pretty much into that a little more. So Ryan, even though I saw Ryan the week before, when he took on Nick Fury, and that was a pretty good match too. But against Nick, you're gonna have to fight fire with fire. So you're gonna have to pretty much be throwing those bombs, man. You're gonna have to be throwing bullets back at Nick Fury, because that's the way he's gonna come at you. But Chase Emery can come at you at different ways, and Chase is gonna end up
Chase gonna wrestle you, man. He's gonna wrestle you.
He's gonna wrestle you. And so Ryan shocked the living daylights out of me, man. All right, gotta go see y'all Saturday. Okay, Shad. All right, man. But so Ryan was going back and forth. I mean, these guys ended up, man, having pretty much having shoulder takedowns, arm drags, headlocks,
but they were like hairy out there, but we got to put on the show, boy.
What's that now?
But they were like hairy out there, but we got to wrestle tonight, but we can't be out here.
They was doing all kind of stuff, man. I mean, these guys, these abdominal stretches or whatever, these guys had to do. It was like, hey, we're going to show this guy. We're going to show HBT out there because we know he's a critic. We're going to show him that, hey, we can get down and dirty and pretty much wrestle here. But, hey, we know if these two in the ring, especially if Ryan Mantis in the ring, after a while, and Chase Emery is no. Ryan Mantis, what's going on, brother?
Ryan Mantis.
Greatly appreciate you, my friend. I'm trying to evolve into something I've never seen before. Okay, that is great to hear, Ryan. And I'm telling you, wow. Ryan, you are doing a great job. You're doing an awesome job, man. I am so impressed. And I'm one of the hardest people in the world. And Chris knows that. Everybody knows that, to impress. But you definitely impressing me. And, of course, Chase Emery impressed me. But, guys, this match was really good. But after a while, hey, a few tempers end up flaring, and these guys ended up testing themselves, Chris. So they start throwing some forearm shots to each other's chest, man. Boom, boom, slaps. A few chops there, here and there, and going back and forth.
Yeah.
This match was, man, all the way. Great match, man. Great match. Outstanding match. Wasn't a long match. These guys did anywhere from 8 to I think it was 8 to 10, 11 minutes. But it was a very exciting match. You got everything. You got the catch as can wrestling in there, and you got the professional type wrestling in there. I mean, hey, really no broken rules or whatever, not really open fist, hand, closed fist or anything. But I mean, like I say, they was throwing forearm shots to each other, man, like boom, boom. And
that's perfectly legal. That's perfectly legal.
Yeah, it was great how they did that right in the center of the ring. They stood there chest to chest, man. Bam, bam, bam. Seeing who's the best man win. But I tell you what, you had, I think, Ryan Mantis, man, he ended up, hitting like a sunset type flip thing, a roll up, and ended up pinning Chase Emery 1, 2, 3, which shocked a lot of people, shocked me. And I wasn't sure, man. I'm like, whoa, what in the world's going on? But Chase got pinned, 1, 2, 3, and Chase was stunned. He was stunned how fast it happened. But I'm not sure what kind of, but it was kind of like a roll up or whatever. But Ryan, man, he did it smooth.
Like he did victory roll or something. It was a victory roll. What was it?
Yeah, I can't exactly remember. Victory roll. That's what I guess we go ahead and call it that. But it was exciting. It was fast. It was quick. And Chase was stunned. I was stunned. And then again, I wasn't stunned because Ryan, man, we know the potential that he has. We know how good he has been. It's just he had to. It was his time to shine as a solo wrestler and show it outside of his tag team with Lazarus Black.
Ryan has been branching out on the singles a little bit more.
Yes, he has.
Which is good, man. Which is helps elevate his skills and polish up his skills as a performer,
right.
And makes him more in demand, if you will, with these promoters out here once they see what he can do as an individual versus always with a tag team.
Right.
So, yeah.
And when we first started this thing, 3.5 years ago, Ryan was basically he was doing mostly solo. He was going mostly solo at that time. So we did get to see him in his solo run, and he was very successful then in his solo run, but he was more of a brawler. He was more of a brawler then. before he became, before he got into that tag team with Lazarus.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like I say, he went into that tag team with Lazarus. And I have to say, they one of the best tag teams that you and I saw on the, indie scene. And some people will say they're number one, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Some people
but
will say
straight
that.
up, man, hey, great match to Ryan Mantis to be able to take out Chase Emery. And I don't know if it's the end of these two, man, but hey, they both ended up with great sportsmanship at the end of the match, shaking hands and everything, but great sportsmanship in that match. Like I said, these guys pretty much had a mutual understanding on how everything was going to go. And like I said, wasn't going to be no rule breaking or anything like that. They just went ahead, had a pure style, catch as can style wrestling match, and it was outstanding. So big ups to those guys, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and give that. I gave you that 3 stars straight up, but that was a very, very good match, man. I can't complain, and I can't complain with that. And like I said, that was the second match, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, this new era of explosive pro wrestling out in Bowling Springs, South Carolina at 122 Builders Court is starting off great. And guys, hey, if you are on Facebook, go ahead and hit that like, share, join, guys. Let people know. I mean, let people know that the Straight Up Wrestling Show is rocking right now. We're talking about explosive pro wrestling, guys. We're talking about EPW. So let everybody know. Hey, some people might come in and they'll see this later on, but let everybody out here know that we are talking about EPW pro wrestling. Chris and I, we back out here on this indie scene, and guys, we are out here to lift everybody up. This is where we started out, out there at 122 Builders Court, and man, we built this thing up. We built indie pro wrestling up at that time, man. We had Scott Larson out there doing it, and then we had Ron Emerson out there doing it too. This thing was getting built up, and then we had some people come in that did a few other things. But one thing that the guys out here telling me at Builders Court, man, hey, the locker room is doing great, man. The camaraderie is really good. Everybody, man, the morale of all the wrestlers are great right now.
That's great.
Everything is fantastic. That's the way we want to keep it out there, man. We don't want to have any, all this negativity come out. Of course, there's going to have guys come out and they're going to have beef and things like that, man. But overall, we want to keep this thing out there rocking. We want everybody to come out and have a good time, and all the wrestlers to come out there, man, and feel free and make the decision, decide what they got to decide out in the ring, man, inside the ring.
We want chaos, man. We want chaos, but we want chairs. We want
that's part of it too. Chaos outside of the ring.
Bottles,
but
man. Look, I won't. Look, man. Look, if you got to run somebody over in your brand new Escalade, boy, and you see him out there on the street, run them over, boy. They do what you got to do to win, but forget what all that hair talking about. That rah, keep it in the ring. No, man. I want to see some blood. I want to see some eye gouging. But you got to take it back to 84 like Abdullah the Butcher used to do, man. You got to do it like Abdullah the Butcher. But I want to see some folks get stabbed in the head with a fork, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. I want to see all that, man. You got to, man, hair. We got to keep it in the ring. We got to be all nice and hold hands. Man, ain't nobody doing all that. Man, this is pro, man, this is pro wrestling, man. This is pro wrestling.
All right. Okay, all right, man. Let me get to this next match, man. I ain't getting to say, well, you about to throw me off, man. You about to get me into some other stuff, man. All right. Okay, guys, next. Okay, this is after the rugged Ryan Mantis versus the Blue Chipper, All-American. Once again, man, the All-American Blue Chipper, Chase Emery after that match. Okay, guys, after that match, we had Alicia Love. Alicia Love took on Pam. Her name was Pam, guys, just Pam. But I call her Pam the Chairmaster. All right, Alicia Love versus Pam the Chairmaster. This was a casket match, guys. So, yeah, Alicia Love, man. Alicia Love took on Pam the Chairmaster, guys. I call her Pam the Chairmaster. And I'll tell you guys in just a minute why I call her the Chairmaster. It was a casket match, but, hey, me and my man Philip Rollins was talking, and Philip Rollins said, it was a hearse match, man, because there was a hearse there, Chris. Hey, Alicia Love ended up throwing her in the hearse, and I guess threw her in the casket because he was on the other side. Everybody couldn't see. Threw her in the casket in the hearse, but ended up being, it's a casket match, casket/hearse match, but very good match. Back and forth match between these two. But I tell you one thing. Hey, that girl Pam, man, that girl Pam, she was no stranger. She's no stranger. We know Alicia Love, man. She's sweet. She's nice.
Yeah.
But she's going to go in there and she's going to take care of business. She's going to do what she has to do. But Pam was no stranger to a chair, Chris. Using a chair as an object, as pretty much to take care of her business. So, as Alicia Love, she's working her over early in the match. Boom, boom, boom. Forearm shots, man, straight to the head. Boom, knock, bam, bam. Yeah, man. Alicia Love, started hitting those forearms, especially right there to the chest. Boom, forearm, bam, bam, bam. Bam. Alicia Love, Pam, she goes outside the ring, Chris. She's outside the ring on the other side of the ring, left-hand side of the ring. And she got a hold of a chair. Now, I didn't even know she had this chair. Alicia Love steps out of the, through the ropes, comes out, gets on the floor, whap, got met with a chair. Okay,
so man, why you tell me about this?
Hey, Pam, she's out there and they fighting. Alicia Love was able to get the chair away from her. They fight and boom. Alicia Love, she got the advantage again, and Pam takes over. Alicia Love got the advantage. Alicia Love skips back into the ring, started pulling Pam in. Pam comes through. Next thing you know, Pam comes through. She got a chair with her again. Whap! Upside head. So I'm just like, hey, wait a minute now. This girl is a chair master, man. Getting down with chairs. And of course, okay, it's a casket match. So this anything goes or whatever.
Hey, Pam, man, hold on. Hey, Pam, if you're watching this, Pam, hey, hit me up. I can take you. I can manage you. You are chaos. I can manage.
Hey, she don't have no manager, so hey, that could work. Hey. But then next day, some way, in some way, there's a bat that got involved. Alicia Love got a bat. So it was a bat against the chair. So at first, these two with the bat and the chair against each other. Bam, bam, back and forth. All right, I see Chris Marler is in the house. Says, thanks for all the support, guys. No problem, Chris Marler.
You should have videotaped that match, boy. That sounds like the match of the night right there, boy.
All right, Chris Marler, man. Otherwise, no, they ain't gonna go ahead and put your gimmick out there, man. But hey, Chris Marler is in the house. Hey, no problem with that, Chris. Hey, we will see you tomorrow night. But hey, so back and forth these two with the bat and the chair. Boom, boom, boom. Alicia takes back over, man. Get the chair from her. Boom, knee into the midsection. Boom, taking it down, man. Hey, forearm over the top of the back. Boom. Pam goes down. Alicia Love get the doggone. She gets the bat. Whap on the back of Pam. So going back,
gracious,
this didn't take Pam out. Pam ended up surviving. So Pam ended up getting the bat. She hit Alicia Love with the bat. So they back and forth with the bat and the chairs. The bat and the chair. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just flabbergasted at the match. And I'm telling you, it got to the point, man, where I'm starting forgetting things, man. I'm just like shocked at the brutality of this match from these two females. But like I said, man, Alicia Love, she's fighting fire with fire. This girl, like I say, she done hit Alicia Love about 3 good shots with that doggone chair. Alicia Love done got her with two times with the bat. I think she got Alicia Love on top of the bat, but ended up with neither one of them having a foreign object. So they going at each other, in the ring, just basically fighting. It was a fighting match. She knocks Pam outside the ring again. So they take it outside the ring again. Boom, boom, boom. Pam, of course, got a chair. She was able to get a chair again. But, hey, that chair didn't matter. Alicia Love knocked it out of her hand. They fight all the way back, and she grabbed her by the hair. She's still beating her, dragging her back there to where the hearse was, taking her back to the hearse. I don't know what went on. All I know is a bunch of noise and a lot of people out there going to see what's going on. I'm sitting there flabbergasted. I'm like, huh? Me and Philip, Philip Rogers. Philip, yeah. Philip Baldwin. Philip Rollins, man. Philip Baldwin. That's my cousin. All right, but I'm trying to think of the last name. Sorry about this. But yeah, we're sitting there, man, and we're like, I definitely need some tea. We were sitting there, we're just looking at this thing like, wow, man. But they went all the way back to the hearse, and Alicia Love, she, people cheering and everything. So I know most of them cheering for Alicia Love because they love her out there. And next thing you know, I'm hearing a casket go boom, closed the casket. She got her in, and I think Pam was trying to keep that door open, but she ended up slamming the casket, and she won the casket match. Let me see, what did I give that match, man? Let's see. Gave that match 2 stars, Chris. And the only reason I only gave it 2 stars because it was not a very long match, but it was a good match.
Brutality, man. You can't, man. Come on, Harry, man.
Yeah, it was a solid match, man. What'd you say now?
All that brutality, man. You can't keep that up forever now, man. Yeah, man.
No, heck no, you can't, man. But it was a really good match. And I give these girls credit because they went a little over what I thought a couple females would go over. And, they was getting tired, man. But they didn't stop the brutality. They was both protecting each other, protecting themselves at all time, man. But they was fighting. And like I said, it was a couple things in that match.
Protect yourself at all times. How you going to protect yourself against a bat?
Hey, they was trying to. That's all I'm saying. They were trying to. Put it like that. They survived it. They survived the shots. But definitely 2 stars, man. Next, man, we had Dump Truck versus Favo. This was called a Devil's Playground match. Chris, falls count anywhere. Fall counts anywhere. First time I saw Fafo. And I know you know who he is, don't you? Can you remember? Fafo. You've seen him before. I think last time you went up there, he was there. Because he did wrestle for that Asylum Pro Wrestling a little bit. A good bit. He wrestled for them. But hey, it was good meeting Fafo, man. Once you hear this Fafo, like I say, great meeting you. Hey, they went in there, incredible match. Fafo, he comes out, with his mask on and his painted face. A great match between these two. And we know Dump Truck is no stranger to these type of matches. Dump Truck has been hidden with everything outside of a dump truck. But Dump Truck, man, trash cans, every single thing was thrown in there. The kitchen sink was thrown into this match between these 2 guys. And both of these guys, man, I'm like, they put a hurting on each other, Chris, when it boils down to it, getting tired and everything. It wasn't really that long of a match. Dump Truck did took the trash can, had it slammed over Fafo's head and went and did his big splash, man. And, getting a splash, Dump Truck running over there to the other ring apron and coming over there flying into Fafo. That's not good at all, Christopher Bird. That's not going to be good. Dump Truck, man, he rattled his brain, man. Dump Truck ended up getting the win. 2 stars for that match, man. 2 stars for that. So Dump Truck ended up getting the win, man. And he showed Fafo that this is still his house, man. Even though, the name may have changed, and Dump Truck was already talking about that. The name haven't changed, but the players are still in effect. They are still the ones running the show up there at 122 Boiling Springs in 122 Builders Court, Bowling Springs, South Carolina. So, he ended up getting the win, man. 2 stars for that match, guys. But, the next match, Mr. Christopher Burton, we had Nick Fury versus Tommy Okami. Guys, and if you haven't seen that little, little short that I've put on my pages, on the Straight Up Wrestling pages, on my TikTok, guys, you haven't seen that little short that I put out yesterday, that, it's getting some traction now. And it's on our YouTube too, the Straight Up Wrestling Show YouTube page. That right there, I put up that little short that I put together between Nick Fury and Tommy Okami. Those 2 guys, man, went at it. Chris, have you seen Tommy yet before? Have you seen him wrestle yet?
No,
Tommy, that was a pretty good match, man. Nick Fury, I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm like, Tommy, I know Tommy haven't been in the business that long. I'm like, can you take the Fury? Can you rock with the Reaper, man? And Brother Silas, he brought his man out, and the Reaper looked like the Reaper. Nick Fury is his main man, and any kind of faction that Nick Fury is in, he's gonna be the main man. Nick Fury, man, I'm like, can this guy take the fire, man? Can he go through the fury of Nick Fury? Tommy Okami shocked me. They got into this match. Tommy Okami, he's taking Nick shots early. Nick, coming out. Nick doing what he usually do. But Nick wasn't saying what he usually say, Chris. You know how Nick be like, I'm going to whoop this man's ass. You know what I'm saying? You always tell you what he's going to do. Nick wasn't doing that. So I think Nick was a little cautious with this guy, man. Nick like, boom, first play, man, over in the left-hand corner of the, ring. Nick, boom, chest shot. Boom, Nick, head shot. Boom. Tommy goes back. Then Tommy, bam, real quick, man. With a doggone swing the lariat at him, man. Boom, Nick, step back. I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And then Nick threw a forearm to his chest. Boom. Then the dude hit him again with a clothesline, man. I'm like, Nick going back. And, Nick get a double hammer on top of his head. Bam. And Nick fighting him, and pulling him over. Nick grabbing him by the hair, even though Nick told him, the referee, he's grabbing him by the hair or whatever. But Nick, grabbed him in the middle of the ring. Nick gets up on top of the ring apron, man, over in the right-hand corner, and comes down, tried to hit Tommy Okami with a double axe handle. Tommy Okami caught him as he coming out the ring, caught his hands. So Nick was not able to hammer him. Caught his hands, and then he dropped down and would, like a neck breaker, hit him, and Nick hits his head, probably, chin breaker, whatever you want to call it. Jawbreaker, that's what it was. And Nick, he's like boom, 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 he's going back, man, or whatever. And this Tommy Okami just, he's delivering, man. He's getting up, and his favorite shots were hitting him with the clotheslines, kind of like earlier in the night, Cole Black was doing the same thing in that tag team match, but he's hitting them with some great forearm shots, man. And he got a few arm drags on Nick, but he's in there, he's putting together, some wrestling, because he did have that scientific style too, but he's basically fighting fire with fire, because we know Nick's mainly a brawler, man, but Nick can fight. Yeah. He can't wrestle. If he has to, he's gonna wrestle. But man, this guy right here, he was going hole for hole with Nick, punch for punch with Nick. So I was very impressed with him. Now, Tommy Okami, got in some shots, had Nick pinned a couple times, got a one pin. And hey, Brother Silas out there, he taking the man's leg, and he's putting Nick's leg on the ropes or whatever. So, Brother Silas in there doing his job. He did what he supposed to have to do, Chris. But this match, pretty solid. And this guy, he, like I said, he stood up to every shot, every hard chop from Nick, whatever Nick delivered, he was able to stand up to it, Christopher.
Man, that sounds like it was a good match, man. I hate that I missed it, man. But what would you give that, man?
Well, let's see. Nick ended up getting the win in this match, man. I ended up giving the match 3.5 stars. Like I said, it ended up being a really good match. Let's see. Of course, Brother Silas got involved. Brother Silas came in there, after the match. And of course, him and Nick Fury, they took off and they just started whooping up on the man. They started beating him down. And which that's what they do. They beating him down. And so let's see, what in the world happened after that? So they beating him down. And next thing you know, Jet Morris shows up.
Jet Morris showed up.
Yeah, Jet Morris, man, showed up. I almost forgot about that. Jet Morris, I didn't write it down or anything. But yeah, Jet showed up. He comes out. And Nick was like, man, wait a minute. I thought you quit. Chris, first, Brother Silas said, hey, what are you doing here? And Nick Fury like, wait a minute now, man. Wait a minute, man. Wait, they didn't want him coming in that ring. Wait a minute. I thought you quit, because they backing up. Because Jet, man, Jet has his own Fury, man.
Jet has been a customer, man. I was actually thinking about Jet today, man. And Jet remind me of Sting, man. He literally was the franchise, man. He's been there, man. He's one of them day ones. There's no doubt about constant that. in that area, man.
That's true.
And so when Jack comes back, man, he mean business when he comes back.
No, there's no doubt about it. But Jet come out there, man. He just walking out there cool, calm, and collected. And look, and you talking about Sting? I don't know. Did Jet have a bat with him? Look.
But it sounds like everybody had a bat. But did you have a bat with you?
He's walking like Nino Brown. Like when Nino Brown came in and his crack game got messed up, man. He lost to Carter. He came in with a cane though, man. He came in with a cane that was really a sword. I mean, not one of those little
swords,
swords in there. So that's what he had. But that's how Jet came walking out there, and I think he had a bat. I'm not sure. If not, looked like he did. But that's the presence. As his presence, that's the kind of presence he gave off. Like, I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna take care of business. So, speaking of Sting, he kind of like had that same kind of aura surrounding him as he approached. But man, like I said, Nick Fury was shocked to my man. I thought you had quit. And Chris Marler said, "What in the world are you coming out here and trying to?" Brother Silas said, "What are you doing coming out here and trying to get involved in our business? We don't want to have anything to do with you. You supposed to have quit or whatever." But he was able to stop that, as far as the beatdown go. But man, as far as that overall thing, and I think it ended up very well. This was the last match of the night, and it ended up very well, man. It set up a very good ending for this EPW show, Monster Mayhem, and so I ended up giving it 4 stars overall. Monster Mayhem, I'm gonna go ahead and give Monster Mayhem a 3.7, which is a 3.5 on our scale, but I'm gonna give it a 3.7, almost 3.8, so almost 4 stars for the night. But guys, 3.5 stars, but 4 stars for the main event. 3.5 stars, great show, guys, and 3.5 stars out of 5 stars. That's outstanding for your debut, for your for the debut of explosive pro wrestling, man. Hey, I can't ask for anything better. All I know is it's going to get even better going forward. Hey, and Christopher Burton and myself definitely there to help. You have, you got Chris Marler out there doing a great job, man. Great job with booking. I like what you did with the card this week. I've seen the card, and we're going to talk about that card here. But man, that's my, pretty much that's my take. I wish I would have done it a little bit earlier, a little bit earlier than I had did it. I probably should have done it that night. I thought about doing it that night right in front of the ring apron. But go ahead and get these things in like a day after. But the next one will be the day after. You better believe when I do this report, because everything is fresh in my memory and all that. But man, I pretty much remember everything. Remember all the important stuff. All I remember is it was a good night of wrestling. Everybody, man, in the crowd enjoyed it. But definitely come on out to 122 Builders Court on Friday nights, guys, to see some great wrestling at Explosive Pro Wrestling. Man. I can't say anything else about it, Chris, except for, hey, it was a great night, man. It definitely was a great night, and they ended up well. They ended well. Jet Mars came out, and like you said, he is kind of like the franchise player, even though he is not. He hasn't been there as long as Nick Fury, But as far as the way the fans respond to him and how much the fans love him, he's definitely the franchise player.
Yeah, he's definitely the
hey, he's on the back on the right side of business. He's back on the right side of business, and let's see what happens. And I'm sure he's going to come out and do what he says he's going to do. He says he haven't held that heavyweight championship there in a long time, and it's his. And he's coming to get it back. And we know who has it. The Reaper, man. Nick Fury, the Reaper, the gangster, whatever you want to call him, whatever he wants to be called, that's what you're going to call him. Nick Fury is that type of man. But hey, Brother Silas means business, and Brother Silas is one of these guys who wants to take over the whole EPW. You better believe that. But man, yeah, incredible night of wrestling out at 122 Builders Court, Bowling Springs, South Carolina. Make sure you come out this Friday, guys, as you're going to have another great night of wrestling coming up, guys. So let's go ahead and talk about that card, Chris. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick on the Straight Up Wrestling Show. Chris, let's see. If I can't pull it up, man, you go ahead and pull it up. It's right there. Should be right there.
I'm already working
on the Straight Up Wrestling Show.
Already working on it, man. Already working on it. All right, man. So we got a few matches actually lined up for this Friday at EPW Explosive Pro Wrestling. You're gonna have Stunner versus Chance Ryder, man. What do you think about this one?
All right.
Stunner versus Chance Ryder, man.
All right, we got Jay Stunner, man, taking on Chance Ryder. Now, I've never seen Chance Ryder. I think I have seen him, Chris. I'm not sure, but this is out of hundreds and hundreds, maybe.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of guys.
Yeah, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of independent wrestlers that we've seen. But I think I've seen him. I think me and Danny have called a couple matches of this guy, Chance Ryder, and I remember him. I'm pretty sure I remember him. But hey, we definitely know Jay Stunner. And like I said, in the first match, it was Jay Stunner and Kid Cash versus Cole Black. And who's Cole Black teaming up with that night? Cole Black and Scotty Brooks. And Jay Stunner, like I said, hey, his ring generalship took over in that match, and Kid Cash, and especially Jay Stunner. Jay knows exactly where he's at everywhere in the ring, and he pretty much took over that match, even though Scotty Brooks was dominating with his strength. But
So
Jay Stunner, man, so crafty. No, this match right here, man. Look, let me talk about Chance Ryder. Like I say, I'm not just gonna predict who's gonna win the match. Let me talk about Chance Ryder a little bit. But Jay Stunner, right, I believe Jay Stunner is pretty much, these guys are similar in size, similar in build. Okay, Jay Stunner is gonna work Chance Ryder, but I think Chance is in a little bit better. He may be in a little bit better shape. Wants it a little bit more. I think, hey, this Chance Ryder guy may take Jay Stunner, but Jay Stunner has something more to, he has something more going for him. Jay Stunner has one of the titles. Not exactly sure which title he has. I forgot. I think he got the American title, U.S. title.
Television. I want to say television title.
That's the television. That's the way it looks. That's the type of belt that is. But I think that's his U.S. title. I'm not sure. Chris, let us know exactly which title that Stunner has. But Stunner is going to be looking to hold on to the title.
He said that's the U.S. He said yes.
That's U.S. belt. I thought so. Stunner's going to be looking to hold on to that title. So I think Stunner is going to be able to pull it out, Chris. He's crafty enough, and he's going to rely on his experience and take care of that, take care of that business. All right, Chris Marler says Chance is a former military, great athlete. Yes, he is. Okay, I do remember him, man. I just can't remember where that me and Danny, called one of his matches. I think we've called a couple of his matches. I think I even got him on a couple DVDs. But yeah, he's a great athlete, man. He's pretty good. He's fast. He's quick. This should be a good match. But all right, I see Braden is in the house.
Hey, what's going on, Braden?
Chance Ryder is a young upstart. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. He might be thinking about somebody else. I might be thinking about the guy we saw. Another guy that we saw, Chris. Maybe somebody else. All right. Braden says, who owns this company, guys? I noticed it's the same address as APW was. Actually, Michelle Hall owns this, Braden, and Michelle. She was kind of. I'm not gonna say, but yeah, she's been there before. But she was mostly a fan for a long time. And she got into a lot of the promoting part of the company or whatever, but now she's the promoter. She wasn't part of the booking process.
She wasn't on the business side. She wasn't on the business side.
Everything on the business side, but now she owns the whole thing. But definitely come out and support Michelle, man. Me and Chris, we support Michelle. Yeah. That's the reason we're back up there, because hey, you've heard it plenty of times before. I done told everybody. Everybody know I've said, hey, I'm not going back up there anymore. And then Chris got on that same side. We wasn't going back to the old place. But EPW, we're going to support Michelle Hall, Chris Marler, all the rest of the guys out there. Yeah. Nick Fury, we always supported the wrestlers that was there. But the old management that was there, we didn't support that, even though that guy was a great friend of ours. And pretty much we still love him per se as a person, man. We still love the people that was there before. Hey, we had great rapport with them. We was good friends with them too. But hey, we had a little thing, that hey, we didn't like what was going on there before, but we have Michelle Hall up there running it right now, and definitely Braden. She deserves all the support she can get. So come on out, man. Check it out. All right, Chris said, no, he's brand new, man. Okay, so that's not the same person I'm thinking about. This Chance Ryder. I think I'm thinking of a guy. It might be Chance Ritter that I'm thinking about. And last time we seen him out at Orangeburg, that may be who I'm talking about. He looks like Chance. But thanks, Chris. All right, let's see, Braden. Okay, I was so confused because I saw the APW profile pic on Facebook turned into just a black screen. Okay. All right, man. I'm looking for Chris to get back on here. Chris, where in the world you at? Hopefully you get back on here soon. All right, because, yeah, Chris had the card pulled up, guys. Let me see if I can pull the card up so we can keep going here. To the next
match.
I'm
back, man. I had to get off camera for a minute. But, yeah, the next match, man, will be Dirty. The Nightmare Dirty versus your man that you just talked about, Tommy Okami.
Oh, man, Tommy Okami. Like I said, Tommy Okami is a tough customer. Big, big man, young, not really a huge man. probably a little bit bigger than I am, Chris, a little bit taller than I am, not bigger as far as his stature go, as far as bulk or whatever. But I'm definitely sure he's probably just as strong. He's a young man, so he should be strong young man. Very, very talented. And like I said, his pedigree, he likes, right now he relies a lot on as far as on clotheslines. He relies, a lot as far as takedowns. He's really good with his takedowns. Whether it's coming from a hip toss or picking you up doing a little body slam or whatever. A couple of roll ups and things like that. He's real good at that. But Tommy Okami is going up against a great athlete, a super athlete, straight up. Somebody that can fight any veteran, a big time veteran, been in the game. Basically just as long as Nick Fury. Those guys came in together. This guy right here, man, he's also an MMA fighter. So he can box you. He can box you. He can wrestle you. Hey, this man is going to be hard to handle. And I'm pretty sure he's in his late 30s, just like Nick, if not 40. But don't be fooled. Don't be fooled.
Exactly.
This guy is quick as a cat, man. Quick as a cat. And he's going to be hard to beat, Chris. Tommy Okami, I like his style. I like what he brings forth. I like what he brings to the table. But man, I'm gonna have to go with the Nightmare Dirty on this. Straight up, man. Straight up.
Really, man? I'm gonna probably go with Tommy on this, man.
Okay, all right, man. Well, like I said, I'm going with the Nightmare Dirty on this. Dirty, like I say, in my opinion, Dirty is incredible. But I do like Tommy, man. I like what Tommy brings to the ring. Tommy could end up getting the win. Tommy is an upstart. Tommy is one of these guys who's building his name. And hey, who's better to build your name against than, hey, the Nightmare Dirty, man, my man Dirty. Let's see if Dirty can hold off Tommy Okami. I say he can. Christopher Burton says he can't. We'll see what happens, and we will be there, man, to pretty much go ahead and go over that. And hopefully we'll be able tomorrow night, if we get there early enough, me and Christopher Burton, we will be doing some podcasting where we will be doing what we used to do up there all the time. We'll be doing some commentary and, and doing some podcasting up there too. But most definitely, man. So that right there, I look forward to that. I think that's going to be a real good match, Chris. That right there is a 4-star match right off the bat. All right. All right. Chris says, believe it or not, Dirty is in his mid-40s. Absolute stud. Wow. Incredible, man. Incredible. Yeah. Incredible. I knew he was up there, man. I knew he was up there because he's been in the game for a long time.
Yeah,
all right. Brayden says, I may try to get to one of the shows to check it out now that it's new people up there, because last time I went, I made it 100 that I wouldn't return there, but I'm willing to give it a try. I remember, Brayden, you came on the show and you was letting us know what went down last time you was up there. And hey, Chris Marler, the booker up there now, he wasn't there. He had already left, and I'm glad you had already left, Chris. But yeah, Chris Marler had already left. But yeah, you went up there and you was disappointed, and I don't blame you at all. If I would have went up there and that guy wasn't there who I thought was gonna be there, I would have been pretty ticked about it too. But yeah, so yeah, that's all changed now, man. We have a new guard, and that's all I'm gonna say for the rest of the night, man. Hey, forget about APW. APW is passed. Now we got EPW out here. All right, next, Crystal Burton. We have our man, one of our main men, one of our favorite wrestlers, man. Hey, the role model, Chris James. And Nick Fury.
Coming back, man. Coming back, Chris
James. Back. One of our other favorites. Another guy who's a good friend of ours. Another guy, man, Tyler Storm. Guys, Tyler Storm and Ryan Mantis, Chris. So, man, this right here should be a very good match, Chris. And we know all participants, Chris. We know all of them. We know each contestant in this match. Man, what you think is going to happen in this, man? What you think is going to happen?
Chaos, boy. Chaos, man. Chaos, boy. It's got to be. Look, man. Look. Harry, look, you already got Ryan Mantis, Nick Fury. That's a problem right there. Mm-hmm. And then you got Chris James coming back. He's been on the show for a minute. So he's like, hey, I've been gone, but I'm back. But I ain't come here to shake hands and kiss babies. Because I know Chris James, man. That man is tough and he likes gold. And who got the biggest piece of gold up there? Nick Fury.
Nick Fury does. Nick Fury does. And look,
Exactly.
one thing I would say, and I'm pretty sure Brother Silas is going to be in the corner of Nick Fury and Chris James. So hey, I look forward to seeing that. And man, big ups to Brother Silas. Haven't been in the game a long time.
Hopefully, he ain't got no infighting going on, because that's the worst thing that can happen.
Only thing I can really say, man, look, this Brother Silas, I'm impressed with him. I really am. As a manager, I'm impressed with this guy. Even though I may not agree with all the shenanigans that happen with Brother Silas, because I'm telling you,
what shenanigans you be seeing, man.
Of course, man. Look, if you was up there, you would love it, man, because you support people like that, man. You support things like that. But man, look, he will be in the corner, I'm pretty sure, of Nick Fury and Chris James, man. But Chris James, and I said again, and I said to the day I died, man. Chris James out of that group, King Enterprises, they ended up turning into what did they end up? King Enterprises. I forgot what they ended up turning into out the King Enterprises. Then they ended up being the show, basically. But out of all those guys, man, the most talented guy, I done said it to me and Chris, both done said it before. Most talented guy in the group, Chris James. No ends, ands, or buts about it. He didn't get the credit as the most talented in the group, but he was the most talented in the group. And to me, he's the one who should have been pushed to the moon. But I look forward to it, man. Love Chris James. Incredible wrestler, guys. And he's with Nick Fury. God almighty. How many people in the upstate, Western North Carolina and Georgia, Chris, we can say is better than Nick Fury?
Not many, man. Not many.
On that level, Nick Fury, definitely top tier, guys. You want to talk about the top 7, top 8 guys we've seen on the indie scene? Nick Fury is on that level. Chris James, top 10, top 15 guys we've seen now on the indie scene. Both of these guys. Ryan Mantis and Tyler Storm, incredible. Tyler Storm, fast, quick, get up, nice, man. Hit you with them drop kicks out of nowhere, man. Will tear your body apart.
Yes, he will, man.
Big time fan favorite. People love him. And Ryan Mantis, like I say, Ryan Mantis is showing things that I hadn't seen before from Ryan Mantis. So hey, always a big ups to those guys, man, that add to their repertoire. You know, he's adding to his game. And, you know, so I give big respect to him. Everybody out here who adds to the game, man. Because, like I said, there's only a few wrestlers that I've seen, and I'm going to go ahead and name them all. Even though, you know, a couple of them I might not have, don't really talk to no more. But big ups to Luka Daniels. Big ups to Brano Royce. You know, people like that, man, who continue, and Chase Emery, Zuka King. Yep. These guys that continue to add to their repertoire, continue to get better. Man, hey. Dump truck lost that weight, and we see what he's doing now. Man, hey, what else can I say?
Things are happening, man. Things are happening, man. Things are happening.
Yeah, big ups to all those guys. All right, man. So this match right here should be a pretty good match, Chris. Looking at it right off the bat, Chris, I see anywhere from 3.5 to 4-star match. That's what I see. I say Nick Fury. They might even pull it out. What's that?
I say Nick Fury and Chris James for the win.
Yeah, I got to roll with Nick Fury and Chris James for the win. Now, if they don't win this match, I will be shocked. I will be stunned. I think everybody else will be shocked. I will be stunned. But, hey, I'm not going to sell, Ryan Mantis and Tyler Storm short. No, those guys, man, I'm pretty sure they're going to fight their tails off, and they could end up with the win. But right now, man, I got to roll with Tyler Storm. I mean, not Tyler Storm, Nick Fury, Chris James, man. And Chris James, hey, he's hungry. I'm sure he's hungry. Chris James is back to get what he didn't get the first time around. It should be incredible. All right, man. Next match, man. We have a Carolina's title four-way, fatal four-way match. Christopher Burton, you still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here, man. My camera went out on me, man, but I'm still here.
All right, Carolina's title fatal four-way match, man, between Bullet, Cole Black, Shaggy, and Fafo. Wow. Man. Hey. Bullet, Brian Bullet, straight off the bat. One of the toughest people. Gosh, he had a match. Did he have a match this past Friday night? No. He was there Friday night. I don't have his match on the card.
Come on, Harry, you slacking, man.
I'm serious. I do not have his match. I don't know what went on. I don't think I had. No, wait a minute. Rushi and Brian Bullet. Okay, did I skip that?
You probably did.
Yeah, I did. I went to Rugged Ryan Mantis and Blue Chipper. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, Rushi and Brian Bullet gave that match 2 stars, guys. Brian gets the win. It was a short match, but it was a very good match. Brian Bullock got the win. And what really it was crazy. Brian Bullock, hey, he's wrestling, he's wrestling Rushi. They ended up outside the ring, and Brian Bullock started going after Alicia Love. That's when Rushi went a little crazy, and those two went at it
Oh yeah,
hard, man. But
you look crazy too. Somebody going after your woman.
yeah, Brian Bullock got the match, and and remember I started talking about Pam. Brian Bullock got the win because Pam came out, handed and threw a steel chair in the ring, pushed it to Brian Bullock, and Brian Bullock used that chair against Rushi. That was it. That's how he got the win. So 2 stars, but that's the reason I started calling her. I said, this girl, she's no stranger to chairs, man. She loves the chairs. So yeah. So
that's what's up.
2-star match, man. And it was a short match. I did not mean to skip that match. Brian Bullet, if you're hearing this, Rushi, I didn't mean to skip your match, but guys, I remember.
Jokers gonna pop you in the mouth, boy.
Man, yeah, I don't think so. You know better than that, Christopher.
But they gonna jump. But they gonna jump you. Boy. They gonna jump you, boy.
Hey, Rushi already talked about, man, he was gonna beat my tail because he hurt his leg. And Rushi, I hope, man, hopefully, Rushi, that you come back from your injury here soon, man. Big ups to Rushi, man, and all prayers out to you, for a speedy recovery, because he did kind of like twist his leg, the lower part of his leg against Brian Bullock. But that was a pretty good match, man. It was a really good match. But like I said, it was 2 stars. And when they short like that, we can't give, a high star ranking unless it's a doggone Marvin Hagler versus Tony Hearns. Something like that. All right, man. So we back to this fatal 4-way, guys. Brian Bullock versus Cole Black, Shaggy, and Fafo. So Brian Bullock, tough customer. And in my opinion, he's the favorite in this match.
No,
Cole
man.
Black's
I'm going Shaggy. No, Shaggy's favorite, man.
Hey, let me get the Shaggy. But Cole Black, incredible, strong kid, pretty much an upstart, and it's going to be in there and have something to prove. But Shaggy definitely has something to prove. Shaggy, this young man hits me up a good bit, talks to me. Shaggy wants to win championships. Shaggy wants to get some name out here. Talk about, and he's somebody, man, who gets out there. He was in the boxing ring, got boxing experience and everything. And I'm going to tell you like this, and I know, Chris, I know you on here. Believe that young man right there, Shaggy, and I saw him a couple weeks ago. He didn't wrestle last week. Shaggy is an upcoming star, man. This kid is a superstar. He's a superstar. Okay. He just got to be booked right, and you got to put him in the right positions, to make him that. You don't give him anything. Let him earn everything that he gets. But this guy right here is a certified star, man. And that match that he had a couple weeks ago, Chris, against Rushi up there, that was an incredible match.
That was
100%. 100%. That was an incredible match. But Shaggy, man, Shaggy is an incredible athlete, and he's going to be something special. That's somebody that we can't lose, and we got to keep rolling with. Whether he's doing it whether he's doing it with EPW or he's doing it with CMW or he's doing it with PWF. Guys, this guy right here, he's gonna be something special, man. But yeah, Shaggy's a superstar, upcoming superstar. So I wouldn't be shocked if he wins this match. And who did we have up there in Lawrence, South Carolina, matched up against each other, Chris? And they had a pretty good match. Shaggy and Brian Bullock out there in the hot heat, out in the sun. They had a really good match. And I think I know Brian Bullock went over in that match. So hey, this right here continues their little rivalry here. Hey, something may come up at the end here between these two, Shaggy and Brian Bullock. We have to see. But we have Fafo in there. Can't count Fafo out. And we'll see, man. Fafo is going to come in there, and man, he is,
he look like he gonna disrupt. He look like he gonna disrupt some stuff, boy. He gonna cause some problems, boy, for somebody.
Exactly. Chris said yes. He wrestled Rushi. Yes, he did wrestle Rushi. All right. Chris Mahler says Shaggy Stone has a big future. Yes, he does. I'm very impressed with that young man. Man, and he, like I said, he's going to go a long way. No doubt about that, Chris. All right, Mr. Burton. Last match, man. What's the last match, Chris? I mean, the last match on this card that we had.
Time for the main event of the evening.
All right, man.
It's going to be a tag match. We got the Closers versus Jet Morris and a mystery partner, Harry.
All right, Jet Morris. I don't know who this mystery partner is. The
But is it
closers, I
you?
haven't.
Is it you here?
Man, you tripping? All right,
Is it
man.
you? Because you talking about you been dying to pop some folk in the mouth, but this might be your chance, bro.
All right, look, the closers. I haven't seen the closers before. Now, Myrick Moore. Is that
Yeah,
Myrick?
that's who it
Yeah,
looks like. That looks like Myrick Moore.
yeah, that's Myrick right there. I'm sure that's Myrick. I don't know the guy in the front. May have seen him before. I'm not sure, but I know that's Myrick. There's no ends, ands, or buts about that. Chris Marler, who is that teaming with Myrick right there? Myrick Moore. I'm pretty sure that's Myrick Moore. But any team that Myrick is a part of, anybody team up with him has to be tough. Myrick Moore and Derek Driver. I know Derek Driver. Derek Driver is, gosh, I haven't seen Derek in a long time since 3 Count
Ooh,
Pro Wrestling.
wow.
And we seen Derek. Yeah, remember because Perry used to
Perry
manage.
James, yeah, man. Oh my goodness.
Perry James married. He Perry James have managed both of these guys. You know, Myrick Moore and Derek Driver, and of course Zuka King. So yeah, we know these guys. We know Derek Driver, and we know Myrick Moore. Definitely know Myrick Moore more than we know Derek. We talked to Derek. I've talked to Derek, but I've talked to Myrick a lot more. I know Myrick really good. This should be a very good match here, Chris. Wow, man. Wow.
I just want to know who Jet Morris, mystery partner is. Man.
I don't know who Jet Morris's partner is, but right now, man, it's going to be hard for me to go up against Myrick and Derek. It really is. These guys got the camaraderie. They got everything down pat. Down pat.
But okay, you can have everything down pat, but this mystery partner might be a disruptor. I mean, Harry, this might be. It could be anybody, man.
I don't know who it is. I wish I had a clue.
Man, look, as far as we know, it could be Nikita Koff. It might be doggone Ricky Martin. But it might be Robert Gibson. It could be anybody. Harry, it could be Harry. It could be anybody, man.
I have no clue, man. Like I say, this should be a very good match. Should be a very, very good match. Because look, Jet can adapt to any style. Jet basically can go, man. Wow. Apparently the closers were paid to come in against Jet by Brother Silas. Okay. Wow, man. Wow.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on. Wait a minute. Now, Brother Silas making moves like that, Harry, already? I mean, Harry, you said Jet, all he did was come down to the ring and just look at him. He didn't even get in the ring, right? He didn't get in the ring, right?
No, he didn't.
And Brother Silas want to take this man out for looking at him?
Look, man, I know my man might not be wrestling right now, so I know it's not him. But if Curtis Coleman came in there, man, then I would say Derek and Myrick will be in some real trouble. Curtis and Jet. I want to see who. Straight up, I don't know who Jet partner is, man. I have no clue.
Man, Harry, but man, I'm still tripping that Brother Silas.
I don't have a license, man.
But I'm just tripping that Brother. Oh man, no, you can't. You know, man, no, man.
Brady, it's gonna be a good show.
A license to kill. That's what you gonna have, a license. But Harry be hitting everything that move, boy. Knocking out referees and everything, boy.
All right, Chris says Silas is a devious fellow, man. The dude scares me. Honestly, I hear you, Chris. Man. Hey, this brother Silas, man, he is devious. This guy right
Harry,
here.
Let's talk about that for a minute, Harry. Let's talk about this. Chris Muller said, I'm gonna bring this back up. Apparently, the closers were paid to come in against Jet by Brother Silas. Now, Harry, we know this Brother Silas is an evil man, but he's smart. He almost reminds you of a Kevin Sullivan, if you will.
Yeah.
He's sick and he's twisted, but it makes sense. And it's scary because it makes sense. Now, and you said now, Jet just walked to the ring and didn't do nothing, just looked at him. Just looked at him. Basically. And didn't even get in the ring. And Brother Silas is so upset, Harry, for somebody looking at him that he gonna pay some killers, because you know Myrick Moore and Derek Driver some killers. We've seen what they can do.
There's no
To
doubt.
take out Jet Morris for just looking at him. Man, you know what? If we go up there and I see Brother Silas, I'm gonna keep my eyes closed, boy, because I ain't no telling what that man might do to me if I look at him, boy.
I hear you. Well, hey, Brother Silas is he warned Jet about coming back. He told him sticking his nose in their business. And he ain't gonna take this lightly. And he knows, even Brother Silas is smart enough to know that Jet Morris is a threat to that championship, man, to that heavyweight championship, that EPW championship that's held by his man, Nick Fury. And if that title was taken off Nick Fury's waist, that takes money out of Nick Fury and Brother Silas's money. And I'm pretty sure, look, they like gold. Look, you know me, Chris, I like gold, but I like money, man. I like money. And gold, it leads to money, man. It equals money. So it takes money out of their pockets. Brother Silas don't want that money he don't want no money out of his pockets. Nick Fury, he's got kids to feed too, man. He's got a wife, man, that he gotta, help clothe and things like that too. Put a house over her head, put her in a nice vehicle and everything like that. So money is involved in this, man. And when money is involved in this, you do what you can to protect what you got. And Brother Silas is, and then you got to look at Brother Silas. He's in the play in this match. He's definitely gonna be in the play. And anytime Brother Silas is in play, hey man, you better watch out because some Nancy Kerrigan, Tonya Harding type things can go down. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. Don't tell them what can happen.
Jet, if you watching this or you watch this later, man, whoever you get, man, hey, better make it good. Better make it good, Jet.
Better make it good. Hey, keep your head on the swivel. Protect yourself at all times, man. Straight up.
Man, because look, man, Myrick Moore and Derek Driver are no jokes. We've seen those two guys put down many guys and laid a path of destruction. We've seen them from North Carolina all the way down to Columbia. We've seen what them boys, and even in Georgia, but we've seen what them boys can do.
Oh, yes.
So Jet, heed my warning, man. I love you, man. But man, whoever you get is your partner. Please, man. Look, even if you got to go get the Undertaker himself, man. Look, Jet, you need some, man. Look, just make sure your partner can hold their end of the bargain, man. That's all I'm asking.
Should be an incredible night. Hey, get on out tomorrow night, guys, 8 p.m. Hey, doors open at, I think, 7 o'clock. I think they're going to be opening at 7 or 7:30, 7 o'clock. I'm pretty sure. But get out to Boiling Springs, guys. Get out. 122 Boiling Springs, 122 Builders Court, yes. Boiling Springs, South Carolina. Get up. If you coming from Greenville, Anderson, or whatever, get up. Come on out of Georgia. Get on up to Spartanburg, South Carolina. Check out some great action tomorrow at EPW Pro Wrestling. It's going to be explosive, guys. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good night. Christopher Burton and Eric Bernard Taylor will be in the house, man. Let's see. And hopefully we'll be podcasting. We get up there early enough. We're going to set up. We got to find a place to set up, be podcasting and bringing you all the action. And, of course, you're going to hear our loud voices if we do do that. But, guys, come check it out. And, we will do a show afterwards. I don't know, a day, at least 2 days at the latest. We're going to go ahead and recap the show, too. Let you know all the action that's going on at EPW. And, hey, we're going to be doing this week in and week out. And, guys, go and check out my man, Nick Fury. Check out my man, Nick Fury. Check out his wrestling channel. I think he called it Carolina Wrestling Archives. Or you could just put up Nick Fury Wrestling, and it'll come up over on YouTube. Now, he has a lot of videos, but so sometimes you got to look a little bit, but it'll pop right up because he usually put it up new. But he puts up his wrestling shows, so you'll be able to see the show. It's not live, but you'll be able to see the taping. But we want you to come out live, guys. And Nick also puts it on his Facebook channel, too. So check out Nick Fury. Nick Fury does record these. He records it. So check it out, man. EPW, like I said, EPW is on the way. It's not going to be stopped, and we're not going to stop until this thing is completely sold out. We're gonna sell this thing out, and guys, we're gonna be doing some other things up there at EPW. You know, outside. It's not really gonna be outside of EPW wrestling, but it's gonna be in association with EPW wrestling. So definitely come on out and check that out. All right, my man Chris Marler says doors open at 7, bell time at 8 p.m.
Okay.
And
okay,
hey,
there you go.
And the card is subject to change, guys. Always card subject to change.
Yes, always,
you may see a couple extra, you may see a match extra or two sometime every now and then. But yeah, cards always subject to change. We definitely want to throw that in there. But yeah, come on out and check it out. All right. Let's get
Chris
these
Mother
last
says, I'll make sure you have a good spot, Jimmy. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, man.
Appreciate that, Chris.
Thank you. And Chris also says general admission is $10, ringside is $15. So if you're coming out, prices are very, very affordable, and there's not a bad seat in the building, guys.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Great facility, guys. Great facility. Clean facility. And look, you come out there and everybody, man, everybody's nice. Everybody gets along. You will enjoy yourself, man. Great atmosphere. Come and check it out. Straight up.
Yeah, Braden says, yeah, man, I love Nick Fury's YouTube. He's got good stuff on there. Yeah, yes, he does, man. He does some old school stuff back when he was just starting out in this business all the way till now. And
yeah, when he was a juvenile delinquent. And look, hey, it only like his channel is only going to get better because right now, man, he's working for some, he's working for some companies that's going to even further his legacy. Hey, man, come on out, check this thing out. But hey, we definitely out of here, man. We appreciate Chris Marler. We appreciate the promoter up there, man. We appreciate Michelle Hall. For continuing on with great pro wrestling out in Bowling Springs, South Carolina. But hey, Christopher Burton and myself, the People's Podcaster, HBT, we are out of here. We'll see you guys later. Stay straight up. Peace.